about any homework question you want me to go over? Let me know right now. Any homework questions?
Yeah.
No? 42, sure. Sure. All right, if you want me to go over, can you guys be quiet because I cannot talk at like my short throat. All right, so we got a lot of things to do still. So here we want to ask you to, we say 44 and 46, is that right?
42 and 44.
Well, all those questions can be done with, can be check your answer through decimals. If you grab it, you can find those things. So 46 is probably a little bit harder. I should be able to go over 46 and you can figure out how to do 42. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, this is a 3x to the third plus 7x squared minus 22x minus 8 is equal to 0. I'm sorry. Oh, Arthur is not here. Peaceful. He probably sighing across like at home. I call him a burger. Or a brick. I don't know, whichever you prefer. What? I don't know. That's what you guys call each other these days. Yeah. All right. Shh. All right. Can I talk now? Thank you. All right. So here is gonna be. They say x equal to -1/3 is a root. It's a root. Also means 0. Also means x-intercept. Hopefully you know that. So if I have a -1/3, if I plug in, it should result equal to 0. So we can try it, but we have to do it. We're not just only try it because we have to find out what times what equal to this function. So -8. So here it's gonna give you 3. So 3 times -1/3, that should give you -1. That's 6. 6 times -1/3 is -2, so it'll be -24. Is +8, that's 0. So now we know that if take this function, if I divide it by x plus 1/3, why do I know that? Because if I can move this to the other side, will be 3x equal to -1. Is that okay? Imagine that if you have x equal to -1/3 and you want to find out what factor is. And I not pay attention. Roger, pay attention. And so if you move this 3 to the other side, this becomes 3x equal to -1 and 3x plus 1. This actually becomes a factor. So that means this here times this is equal to this. Does that make sense? Because if you take that divided by -1/3, that's going to give you this one. So this times this has to equal to the other one. So therefore, it's going to be 3x plus 1 times 3x squared plus 6x minus 24. Now you can factor out GCF here. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, this one's just x to the 1/3. Sorry. This one just x plus 1/3. I'm sorry, x plus 1/3. Sorry, I just moved the 1/3 to the other side. So it'd be x plus 1/3. Sorry, this one's x plus 1/3. Sorry. Then I can factor out 3. So that's going to be 3 times x plus 1/3. And this one's going to be x squared plus 2x minus 8. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And this one can factor more, so it'll be x plus 4 and the x minus 2. And this is the x plus 1/3. So if I solve for this 0, so it's 1/3, x equal to -4, x equal to 2. You can check on decimal, you'll find out those three are the answers. Yes.
On the test, you're gonna make us do all that.
I hear you can do box method from here. Or we can factor out 3 and then do box method. All right, so questions about this part. So how do I check my answer? I graph the function, I check what the x-intercept is. Because later on, I'm going to give you a polynomial, you have to graph it. But before we get to that, I want to show you a SAT question that require this understanding. Okay, so I am going to go to a question like okay, so I don't want to show you answers, so let's cover up the answers. You saw the answer earlier, but I want you to think about this question and tell me your answer. This is actually happened on SAT multiple times. People have to figure out what does this mean. Process the information, figure out. This is a good SAT practice. It's also talk about the stuff we're talking about right now. Like I said, every day I will constantly contribute to your SAT abilities, hopefully. But you guys have to try. You guys have to put the effort. Because I can coach whatever, I can be the best coach in the world, but if you don't be a player that you're supposed to, you will not get better. So trying part is on your own. I teach you the knowledge, I teach you how to play work, and you're gonna figure out the answers. Now, I don't want to give you a choice because you should practice all your SAT question like there's no choice. Unless there are questions written that you need a choice. But you should read it, you should read it. Some people says, how should I practice the test? The test you should practice without the choices if it's possible. Because you gotta treat everything like a free response so you can handle all the free response questions. Aaron, do you know how to do this? Beren, say his name. He's on. Get hit like that guy behind you. Do you know how to do this question? Make sure be cautious. Be very, very cautious over this question's asking. Anybody got an answer already? 3, 4. Oh, okay. 5. All right. Good, good. David, check with Devin. Connor, check with Alexis. Caleb, check with Anthony. You guys have same answer? Good.
Save all that stuff, I'll put it in there, and that's like, we don't know that.
Carrie, you got it? Huh? I don't even do standard division. No, I don't even do centesimal. There's probably three different ways to solve this problem. One of them is most efficient.
Tomorrow the PSAT scores coming out.
Okay, Ayla, that's a question for you. You got an answer?
I do SAT practice like every Saturday, and then my mom just made it from 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. I'm really tired.
Do you know how to do this question? How many of you guys got an answer? Okay. How many do it without standard division? Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. You guys got the same answer? Okay. So let's look at those questions, right? So pay attention to the question. Pay attention to the question. They say divided by x plus 1 is equal to 2. That means something though. The shortest path is actually this. P to the negative 1. Does that make sense? Yeah. Is equal to 2. So I can set 2 equal to 3 times negative 1 to the third plus a times negative 1 minus 2. So that is equal to 2 equal to negative 3 minus a minus 2. Is that okay? So a is equal to negative a is equal to, I think, negative 7, right? A is equal to 7. Negative 7, sorry. Yes, yes. Yes, go ahead. Huh?
X plus 1 equals 0 because you say that p minus 1, so I think it must be x plus 1 equals 0. So the x equals minus 1.
No, I don't think so.
No, you said x proportional to 0 a equals negative 7.
A is equal to negative 7, yeah. I don't understand what she's trying to say. Can you tell me again?
How can you have p to the minus 1?
Did anybody understand what he's saying? Oh, where did I get negative 1? That's a good question. The x plus 1, right? Usually, if I divide it by x plus 1, what do I do with the standard division? I change the sign, right? Negative 1, right? And if it's negative 1, whatever this polynomial, you have to pay attention to the law. If you do standard division, you have to pay attention to this. This should end up equal to 0. It should end up equal to 0. But we can also do negative 1 by plug in, because that's the evaluation. No, it's not equal to it's equal to 0. It's equal to 2. Sorry. It's equal to 2. Does that make sense? That result is gonna have to equal to 2. Is this okay? So I can do it the second way. The second way is 3 negative 1, and that's negative 3 and this is negative 3. This is 3, I think. So this is a plus 3. This is negative a minus 3. So it'll be negative 2 minus a minus 3 is equal to 2. So negative a is equal to 7. A is equal to negative 7. How many people did the second way, this way? What do you mean?
Like,
It's the same thing. I just like A.
I just do it.
You know that it has to be 4 like above it. Like negative 2.
Okay.
Negative 2 plus 1.
Okay, whatever way works. Did anybody understand both ways? Okay, good. But the problem is, do you guys understand this question that when you says x plus 1, right? When you say this is x, this is x plus 1. Now, standard deviation is going to be negative 1. And then the result should equal to 2. That's what they're saying. 3, does that make sense? Okay. So, if you get it right, the first thing, like if you practice a lot of time, you're going to see a lot of those questions on SAT. I don't know if anybody ever seen this question on SAT before, but this is a question happening on SAT before. I promise it's been on multiple times. It's kind of one of those advanced algebra stuff. It's a way of doing decimal. I don't know, actually. It's not a question. I don't think there's a question can be done. It can. I just thought of a method, but it's kind of complex. It's more complex than anything else. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Oh, you can replace A for the answer. That's so.
Is every question can be done by decimal? Not necessary. I can name a question not able to do on decimal. For example, auto geometry is not able to do on decimals. So Devin's got one question that he told me that he says he got a triangle. One side is 13, and the one side is a 15. I don't know if you guys got this question, and they say what need to be on the third side in order not to have a triangle? Not to have a triangle. But it's actually very easy. So this question has nothing to do with decimal. This is a question just very intuitive approach. Imagine I have 13 here, right? We say this is 13, this is 15. In order to form a triangle, can I form a triangle like this? Yes, right? But I can expand as much as I can, all the way to the other side, right? So anything on the third side is longer than 28, it cannot be a triangle. So anything above 28, it cannot be a triangle because you have a 13 and you have 15. Is that okay? And if you expand it all the way to the other side, so it can be add together or the difference. So 2. Anything less than 2 cannot form a triangle because what if you have things like this 2 or anything less than 2? You cannot form a triangle. Does that make sense? So you can think about it. I cannot form a triangle just like this. This is going to form a straight line if you connect this point to this point. So just use a very easy approach to understand how SAT works. Is to understand this is called triangle inequality theorem. Okay, so does that make sense? You can be, the third side can be, cannot be a triangle if it's greater than 28 or less than 2. So the choice was 2. 2 is not, I think he picked the wrong choice. I don't know if everybody else get the same question or not. Alexis got the same question? Okay, did you get a right answer?
I think, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember.
Okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna do next is so today's homework is gonna be kind of hard.
No.
So if I were you, I'll pay attention. Rational roots. Rational root theorem. All right, so what is rational root theorem? So let's assume that you have polynomial. And the polynomial has a, I would say, like, I'm just gonna point out, like, let's say this question says f of x equal to 15x to the third plus 14x squared minus 3x minus 2. So this number and this number can give you a possibility of the zeros. Okay, so what it's saying is if you have so the factor, so possible 0 is equal to factor of a constant. Which one's constant? This one's a constant. Is that okay?
What does it say? Factor of.
Okay, factor of constant. Constant, which is, this is a constant, over factor of leading coefficient. So over factor of leading coefficient. Is that okay? So factor of constant over factor of leading coefficient. Those are the possible zeros. So how do I know factor of -2? So factor of -2 is what? Plus minus 2 and plus minus 1. Can you say? Because 2 times 1. Factor of 15. Can you guys tell me what's factor of 15? There's 2 more. 15 and 1, yeah. So plus minus 15, plus minus 5, plus minus 3, plus minus 1. Is that okay? So now the possible 0 is 1 divided by each other. So I usually start with the easiest one. I start with the 1. So it'll be possible 0 is equal to both divisible by positive 1. So it will be plus minus 2 and plus minus 1. Is that okay? And then plus minus 2/3 and plus minus 1/3. Is that okay? So I take this 2 number divided by -1. I take this number divided by the 3. So it'll be 2/3 and 1/3. Basically, I'm gonna have plus minus 2/5 and a plus minus 1/5. Is that okay? Is that okay? And lastly, plus minus 1/15 and 2/15. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this plus minus 2 and a plus minus 1, and this is a plus minus 3 and a plus minus 1. So I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take this 2 divided by this one to produce 2 possible zeros. I'm gonna take this 2 divided by plus minus 3 to get possible zeros. I'm gonna take this 2 divided by 5 to get this 2 possible zero. Is that okay? And I can take this 2 divided by plus minus 15. It's going to be possible 0. So those are possible zeros. Those are possible zeros. Is that okay? Now, with that possible 0, then I'm going to start guess and check. Unfortunately, there is no easy way. But I will tell you, I will start with the easiest number. What's the easiest number here? 2 and 1. So I can do plus minus, right? So the reason why it's plus minus, you can have plus -2 times -3 times -5 is still equal to 15, as opposed to 3 times 5. So those are plus minus, right? So always start with the easiest one. Usually you're gonna get it within first 4 try, depending how lucky you are. First 4 try you should have. So I would do this one or this one. Which one's easier? 1. I'm gonna do 1 first, right? And then I'm gonna do 15. Yeah, you do synthetic division. That's why you don't want to do long division, Caleb. Because long division is going to require a lot of what? Writing. No, a plugin will be slower actually. Because you wanted to get the also the other factor at the same time. So you want this to be 0. This you wish to have 0. In order to work. So that you want that to be 0. But at here, we're not necessarily going to get 0. So it's going to be 15, 15, 29, 29. Obviously, this is 26, 26. This is going to be 24. It's not 0. You're like, oh, shit. Try again. Right? So then you're going to try -1. And be consistent about that. Roger, focus here. Okay, so -1, 15, 14, -3, -2. You're going to go down 15. You're going to do 1. So there's -15. That's -1. This is 1. It's -2. -2 times -1 is 2. 0. Yes. Okay. So how do I find the rest of the zeros? We already know 1, 0 occur at -1. So how do I find 0? Just like yesterday, what we did. This is a box method, right? We know that this times, well, this is -1, so this has to be +1. Is that okay? Right? So can I factor this part? Of course. 15x squared, -2, -x, 3x and 5x, 2 and 1, 6x and 5x, negative. So guess what? This one's equal to x plus 1 times 5x minus 2 times 3x plus 1. So x equal to -1, x equal to 2 over 5, x equal to -1 over 3. Guess what? All those 3 choices are possible zeros. Yes.
By the same possibility, do you mean this cannot be a possible zero?
Yeah, there are. So 1 over 15 is not 0. 2 over 15 is not 0. But the possible 0 were actually this one, and this one, and this one, right? But those are candidates. But not all candidates are true. So what happened is we find out one candidate and we find the rest of the candidate by factoring. Because this is a remaining multiply, because this one is going to give you x plus 1. Does that make sense? If you divide it, do I need to change sign? So that's going to be x plus 1. So it's x plus 1 times this. Guess what? Today's homework, you're going to have to graph it.
What?
Pay attention, how do I graph it? It's not as bad. That's enough time. Okay, so 3, if it's 3, it usually means 3 zeros, maximums. This also told me y-intercept, right? Because if I plug in 0, that's going to give me y-intercept, right?
Yes.
Okay, but the leading coefficient tells me that, what happened? How do I write down leading coefficient? As the limits x approach negative infinity of f of x is equal to what? Negative infinity. Thank you. Limit as limit x approach to positive infinity of fx equal to positive infinity due to the leading coefficient. So 15x cubed.
X to negative infinity. Oh,
Okay, so now we got this. We know when we graph it, on this side it's going to go down, on this side it's going to go up. Is that okay? And we also know the y-intercept is at where? -2. So 1, 2, -2. We know the x-intercept is at what? -1 and 2, 5. So it's probably here. And -1/3. So it's going to be right here. So the graph's probably going to be going through all the points. So you know this side is going to go down. So it's go down. Come back up. Go back up. And there you go. That's your graph. Man, I was going to throw a marker at you when you wake up. I was like, she can sense that the marker's coming. Usually it works.
Or like, you know, between like -1 and -1/3.
I don't know how far, but I can just estimate.
I noticed you put 15 to here and to here. Why? Why do you have to do it when in your you already have here?
That's just how I factor.
So
That's the word. Yeah, that's how I factor. I show you how to factor before, but that's how I factor.
thank you.
Okay. Bye.
I did it the last few years ago.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.
Go there for you. You need to take you take 85 years.
Why did no one else try it?
I do the same exact thing. Whenever I
Can you step on my books too?
it was 3 a.m. On Friday, I'll come in for tutoring.
Friday, there's gonna be ping pong here, but you can come at lunchtime.
Homework I have today is pre-calc.
Let me see if I can.
You have B lunch or A lunch?
I have B lunch.
Yeah, come at B lunch.
Let me see if I can do it on Thursday.
Cover trial is pretty psychology.
Alright, let's go for table.